Hey folks, welcome to a quick note. Today we're diving into the frothy world of seafoam and uncovering some surprising facts about what lies beneath those bubbly waves. Stay tuned to learn more. So, what exactly is seafoam? When the waves hit the shore, they leave behind bubbly bits on the sand. On windy days, these bubbles can be lifted and blown around. What is this stuff? Is it safe to touch or let the dog play in it? It's seafoam, but it's not the bright green we think of. It's mostly whitish, though not super clean white. Sometimes it can be a bit dull. Occasionally, it might even look reddish-brown, and that's the foam you should be cautious about. Let's explore how seafoam is made and whether it can affect human health. What's inside thick seafoam? So, seawater is mostly water, about 96.5%, and salt, 2.5%. But what about the other 1%? Well, there's a mix of stuff. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, it includes proteins, fats, dead algae, detergents, and other pollutants, along with bits of inorganic and organic material. When the wind and waves stir up these particles, they create frothy seafoam. You can see a similar effect by shaking ocean water vigorously in a bottle. The bubbles in seafoam form because of molecules called surfactants. Popular science describes them as sticky molecules that cling to the surface between water and air. This surface layer can be natural, coming from things like algae and seaweed, or it can be caused by human pollution such as fertilizers, detergents, and sewage. Not so pleasant, right? One end of the molecule doesn't like water, and the other end likes it. These molecules naturally shape into spheres, where the water-repelling ends gather inside and the water-attracting ends stick out. Even if the spheres aren't perfect, they still form bubbles. When there are many bubbles, you get seafoam. Be careful before popping seafoam bubbles, especially the reddish-brown ones. This color is often caused by phytoplankton, also called algae blooms, a natural occurrence. These tiny organisms release toxins that can be harmful to humans, dogs, birds, and pretty much everything. The toxins can irritate your eyes and ears and may even lead to respiratory problems. So, it's best to avoid contact with this type of seafoam. Even though the white foam might not be toxic, it's not necessarily harmless. When the weather goes wild and the seawater gets stirred up a lot, it produces a ton of seafoam, like a whole lot. In the winter of 2020 in Washington state, a king tide with massive 25-foot, almost 8-meter waves created a blender effect, churning up seafoam as high as a man's chest. Then, later that spring in the Netherlands on the other side of the world, an excessive amount of seafoam appeared and tragically led to the death of 5 very experienced surfers. Attention beachgoers! Even though those little bubbles along the shore might not seem harmful, it's wise to stay away. While most seafoam only has tiny bits of dissolved salts and other pollutants, it can still pose a risk to human health. When checking if an area with seafoam is safe, it's smart to look into the body of water it comes from. Are there a lot of algal toxins around? Is there extensive pesticide use in the vicinity? Asking these questions can help determine if the seafoam is a normal part of a healthy ocean ecosystem or a sign of something unnatural. That's it for today's quick exploration of seafoam. If you enjoyed this dive into the mysteries of the ocean, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for more intriguing notes on various topics. Thanks for joining us at A Quick Note.